I've always loved the woods. The whisper of the wind through the pines, the crackle of a campfire, the feeling of being completely disconnected from the world. That's why my friends, Liam, Chloe, and I decided to go on a deep woods camping trip in a national forest known for its rugged and touched beauty. We were experienced hikers, looking for a real challenge, a place where the trails weren't perfectly manicured and the nights were truly dark. We drove for hours, the paved roads turning to gravel, then to a rough dirt track that our Jeep barely managed. Finally, we reached the trailhead. It was just a small, faded signpost half swallowed by overgrown bushes. Blackwood Trail, it read. Perfect. We shouldered our packs, filled with a sense of adventure, and plunged into the dense forests. The first day was incredible. The air was crisp and clean. The sunlight filtering through the canopy above created a magical, dappled light on the forest floor. We saw deer, heard the distant call of a hawk, and felt like we were the only people on Earth. As dusk began to settle, we found a perfect clearing near a small, gurgling creek to set up camp. Liam, ever the pragmatist, started gathering firewood while Chloe and I pitched our tents. As we sat around the roaring fire, roasting marshmallows, the forest changed. The familiar, friendly sounds of the day were replaced by an unnerving silence. It wasn't just quiet, it was a heavy, watchful silence. The kind that makes the hair on your arms stand up. Anyone else feel like we're being watched? Chloe asked, her voice barely a whisper, echoing what we were all thinking. Liam scoffed, trying to lighten the mood. It's just the woods playing tricks on you. Probably a raccoon checking out our snacks. But the feeling didn't go away. Later that night, I was jolted awake by a sound. It was a twig snapping. Not the sound of a small animal, but a heavy, deliberate snap, like something large was moving just outside the circle of our fire's dying embers. I held my breath, straining my ears. I heard it again, closer this time. My heart hammered against my ribs. I slowly unzipped my tent just a crack and peered out. In the pale moonlight, I saw nothing but shifting shadows. I tried to convince myself it was just my imagination, but sleep wouldn't come. The next morning, everything seemed normal again. The sun was out, birds were singing, and the eerie feeling from the night before felt like a distant dream. We decided to go for a long hike, leaving our camp set up. The trail was steeper and more challenging than the day before. After a couple of hours, we stumbled upon something strange. An old, dilapidated cabin, nearly reclaimed by the forest. It wasn't on any of our maps. Curiosity got the better of us. The door creaked open on rusty hinges. Inside, it was a mess. A thick layer of dust covered everything, and the air was stale and musty. There was a rickety table, a single chair, and a cold, stone fireplace. But on the far wall, something made my blood run cold. Scratched into the wooden planks were tally marks, hundreds of them, grouped in fives, and below them, a single, frantically scratched sentence, "Don't let it hear you." An icy chill shot down my spine. This wasn't a joke. This was a warning. "We need to go," I said, my voice trembling. Liam and Chloe, their faces pale, needed no convincing. We practically ran back to our campsite, the cheerful forest suddenly feeling menacing and claustrophobic. When we got back, a new wave of fear washed over us. Our camp was a wreck. The tents were torn, our food supplies were scattered and trampled, and our backpacks were ripped open. But nothing was stolen. It was an act of pure, senseless destruction. "What kind of animal does this?" Liam stammered, looking round in disbelief. But I knew, this wasn't an animal. That's when we heard it, a sound that didn't belong in any forest. It was a low, guttural chittering, mixed with a wet, clicking noise. It seemed to come from all around us. Echoing through the trees, panic set in. We abandoned everything. We just grabbed our water bottles and ran. We didn't follow the trail. We just crashed through the underbrush, desperate to put distance between us and that horrifying sound. Branches whipped at our faces, thorns tore at our clothes, but we didn't stop. The sun was beginning to set, casting long, terrifying shadows that seemed to twist and writhe. The clicking sound followed us, sometimes seeming far away, then suddenly right behind us. We were being hunted. We ran until our lungs burned and our legs felt like lead. Just as darkness fell completely, we burst out of the trees and onto the dirt road where we had parked the Jeep. We scrambled inside, locking the doors, fumbling for the keys. As the engine roared to life and the headlights cut through the darkness, I looked back at the tree line. For a split second, I saw it. Framed by the headlights, just at the edge of the woods, stood a figure. It was tall and unnaturally thin, with limbs that were too long for its body. Its skin was pale and stretched tight over its bones. It had no discernible face. Just a smooth expanse of skin, but I just knew, it was looking right at us. It opened a mouth that was too wide, a black gash in its featureless head, and let out that same clicking, chittering sound. I screamed. Liam slammed his foot on the accelerator. And the Jeep shot forward, kicking up gravel. We didn't slow down. Didn't look back until the first lights of a distant town appeared on the horizon. We never spoke about what we saw. We couldn't. How do you explain something that defies all logic? I don't go camping in the deep woods anymore. Sometimes, late at night, when the house is quiet, I can still hear it. That wet, clicking sound. And I remember the warning scratched into the cabin wall, "Don't let it hear you." Some places in this world are not meant for us, and some things are better left undisturbed. We were lucky to get out alive. I know that whatever lives in the Blackwood Forest is still out there, waiting in the silence. Thanks for watching our story. It's a chilling reminder to always be aware of your surroundings. If you enjoyed this animation, please hit that like button, subscribe for more tales from the dark, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Stay safe out there.